Okay, good morning, everybody. So, I am going to show you a couple examples of solving systems of three equations in three variables. So we did formulating, now we're going to solve them. So, let's see, the first one that I'll do Okay, so the strategy we're going to use is called elimination. And basically, using two at a time, we're going to eliminate one of the variables, and then using our results, we'll eliminate the other variable. And when we have one variable left, we can solve for it, and then work backwards to solve for the others using that. This is hard. I think this is going to be a challenging topic, so please pay close attention. We can get through it together. So, elimination means you're going to multiply different equations so that you can add them together and cancel something out. So, let me say, I'm going to take this whole thing and multiply it by 2. So, negative 4x times 2 is negative 8x. Y times 2 is 2y, negative 5z times 2 is negative 10z, and negative 36 times 2 is negative 72. Then I'm going to take this equation and essentially add these together. Negative 8x plus 3x is negative 5x. 2y plus negative 2y, that cancels out. That's 0. And that's the why I did it this way, because I tried to cancel out one variable. Negative 10z plus 4z is negative 6z. So you really could just say this is minus 6z. And negative 72 plus 35 is negative 37. All right? So I have that as one equation where I've eliminated the y. Now I have to get another equation where I eliminate the y. So I choose, and it has to include this one, this equation that I haven't used yet. Here I multiplied this one and added to this one. So the next one has to be this. So 5x minus 3y plus 3z equals 31. I think that I will combine it with this one again, only this time I'm going to multiply this by 3. So now it's negative 4x times 3 is negative 12x. Y times 3 is 3y. Negative 5z times 3 is negative 15z. And negative 36 times 3, I don't even know. Negative 108. Okay. Again, we're going to add them together. 5 plus negative 12 is negative 7. Negative 3 plus 3 cancels out. 3 plus negative 15 is negative 12z. And 31 plus negative 108 is negative 77. So now I have these two equations, negative 5x minus 6z equals negative 37, negative 7x minus 12z equals negative 77. And I need to combine these two in a way that I can cancel out one of them. I think that the best way to cancel this out is multiply by negative 2. Put parentheses to make it clear this is not minus 2, it's times negative 2. So negative 5x times negative 2 is 10x. Negative 6z times negative 2 is positive 12z, and negative 37 times negative 2 is 74. Add these together. Negative 7 plus 10 is 3x. Negative 12z plus 12z cancels out. Negative 77 plus 74 is negative 3. So you'll notice I end up with this thing that says 3x equals negative 3. And how do I solve for x? Divide both sides by 3, and I've got x equals negative 1. Now that I have x equals negative 1, I can plug that in to solve for my other letters. So I have a little bit of room over here. I might just erase some stuff. Okay. So the equation I just erased was negative 5x minus 6z equals negative 37. Now that I know x is negative 1, I can plug that in, right? This is 5 minus 6z, negative 5 times negative 1 is positive 5, equals negative 37. All right. How do we solve for z? I'm going to minus 5 from both sides. This minus is still there. Negative 6z equals negative 37 minus 5 is negative 42. And last but not least, remember we don't add 6 because this is negative 6 times z. So we're actually dividing by negative 6. And that means z is 7. So at this point I've got for my answers x equals negative 1, z equals 7. All I have left is figuring out what y equals. So since I canceled out y in all these later equations, I have to use one of my originals to solve for y. So I'll take this one again, because it has a y by itself, so that'll make things easier. We won't have to divide at the end. Okay, so now I know x is negative 1, and I know z is 7. So negative 4 times negative 1 is 4. 5 times 7 is 35. All right. 4 minus 35, so this is combining like terms here. 4 minus 35 is negative 31. So this is what we've got. And finally, to get y by itself, negative 36 plus 31 is negative 5. So those are my answers. X equals negative 1, y equals negative 5, z equals 7. Makes all of these true. Being able to just look at the equations and tell which ones to multiply by and to eliminate is really just something that you'll get better at with time. It's just a matter of practice, and there's no real trick to it. Here, I just saw, to get my first one, I just saw that multiplying by 2 to cancel 2 is easier than like multiplying this by 4 and this by 3 to make them both 12, And then likewise, multiplying by 3, you only have to multiply one of them to cancel out the other. So that's kind of what I look for. Okay, I'll do another one. Let me see, let me choose one here. All of these look too easy. If I give you easy ones, then you will not truly learn how to do it. Equals 4, negative 3x plus y plus 5z. Negative 5, And negative 4x plus 2y plus z equals 13. That's a good one. Okay, so I would say we should cancel out either the y or the z because they have options where there's only one. So I can just multiply that to cancel both of these, or multiply this to cancel both of these. We did y last time, so even though I have smaller numbers, I'm going to do z this time, just to kind of show you that it could be anything. I'm going to multiply by negative 5 with the goal of canceling this out. So negative 4 times negative 5 is 20. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Z times negative 5 is minus 5z. And 13 times negative 5 is negative 65. All right, and I'm going to compare that with this. So add them together. 20 plus negative 3 is like 20 minus 3. Negative 10 plus 1 is negative 9. This cancels out as planned. Negative 65 plus negative 5 is negative 70. So I've got this over here as an aside. Okay, so next we're going to multiply it by negative 6 in order to cancel out the other one. So now that's 24x, negative 6 times negative 4. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. 1 times negative 6 is negative 6. And 13, I guess that would be 78. 65 plus 13 is negative 78. Now I cancel with the top one. 5x plus 3y plus 6z equals 4. 24 plus negative 5, that's like 24 minus 5, so that's 19. Negative 12 plus 3 is negative 9. Negative 6 plus 6 cancels as wanted, and negative 78 plus 4 is negative 74. So now I've got this one, 19x minus 9y equals negative 74. Okay. So at this point, as you can see, I think this lines up pretty well. But we can't just add it because negative 9 plus negative 9 doesn't cancel out. It makes negative 19. I mean, negative 18. Duh. So two things. We could either multiply one of these by negative 1 to turn the 9 positive, or, which is the same thing, we could do minus instead of plus. It still works that way. 17 minus 19 is negative 2. Negative 9 minus negative 9, remember, double minus makes a plus, so negative 9 plus 9 cancels out. And negative 70 minus negative 74, again, that's a plus. So negative 70 plus 74 is 4. So now I got negative 2x equals 4. We'll divide by negative 2. And we've got x equals negative 2 as one of our answers. Okay. Now we can plug that back into something here. So 17x minus 9y equals negative 70. But now I know this is negative 2. 17 times negative 2 is negative 34. Yeah. So now we solve for y. Minus 34 is negative 36, and negative 9y equals negative 36 divided by negative 9 divided by negative 9. Negative divided by negative is a positive, so you get y equals 4. And last but not least, got to plug into an equation from the beginning to find our z. So X is -2, y is 4. -4 times -2 is 8, plus 2 times 4 is 8, plus c equals 13. 8 plus 8 is 16. And if we subtract 16 from both sides, 13 minus 16 is -3. So those are 2 examples of solving systems of linear equations in 3 variables. It's a tough topic. It requires real comfort with math, but we can get there, you guys. We can get there.